Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to change the width of the canvas to the phone, since a lot of you guys are asking this question of how to change the width of the canvas to fit the size of the screen depending on what. Now I just set it to a preset, so just make it easy, but you guys are asking for it, so here I am going to show you how to do it here. You want to initialize with the screen, so obviously with screen 1 initialize we're going to start here, and the first thing we want to do is actually grab the actual screen width underneath this blocks over here. Alright, so here's your screen width right here, and this is going to change depending on the phone. Now the canvas, on the other hand, you're going to open that up, and you're going to scroll down in here, and there's going to be a set canvas width. There it is, set canvas width. And you're going to set the width to the screen width. Done deal. You do the same thing with the height. Just duplicate this. That's in here. And I would go right ahead and put the height and change that up, but that's going to mess up everything. And then you're going to have to do a subtraction, so you could do screen height subtract. You want, let's say 20 pixels, 30 pixels at the bottom. You can put that in there and subtract that from screen height to fit it so it doesn't just cover the whole screen. You have a little bit of a bottom to it, like we did on the previous designer. So you can see it doesn't cover up. You want a little bit of space for the actual numbers to appear down here. So we're gonna leave a little bit of space. So subtract, you can do that. But for right now, I'm gonna leave the height the same for everybody. Now the only downside to making automatic width, and the reason why I didn't do it is because now you have to do a lot of math. The reason is because now that you set the width to that, is if you remember from last time doing the Flappy Birds, we initialized the trees at a set distance from the edge of the canvas. So if we come over here, so one edge is reached, the x coordinate is the one we're really worried about here, is going to be at 310. Now we're going to have to make a calculation depending on the canvas size or our screen width. Either one's going to be the same outcome here. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can apply a little bit of simple math here and figure out what that'd be. So I'm going to go back to the designer and see how far away we place this. So it's 310 here. Come back and figure out what was the actual width of here. We made it 350 pixels. So that means we had a 40 pixel difference. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and delete this block. And we're going to go into the math function. We're going to get the subtract function, put that in there. And now we're going to go ahead and grab, let me see what would be a smart thing to do. Let's do canvas, because canvas is going to be changed. So grab the canvas, and we're going to grab the canvas width. And like we said, it was a 40 pixel difference that we had set up on the original one. So that's what we want to do on this one. So go ahead and click on math. So we're going to take that canvas and subtract 40 pixels from it. Now I'm going to go back to the design. I want to see how thick the trees were. It's a bird, branch 1. They were 25 pixels. So how about we do 26 instead? Because I have a feeling that it's going to start reappearing way too far into the screen, and it's going to look awkward. So we're going to go ahead and make that 26. 1 pixel away from the edge. And we'll see how that looks. We might even have to do a math equation to the canvas width to make it bigger than the screen so that they appear off the screen and slide inward like we had it originally. So we can always do that later, but we're going to see how this looks. And we're going to just replicate the same exact thing for everything of edged reached. You know, this includes the branches and the trees. So here's another one. Here we go. This guy's at 310 too. And we'll go ahead and put him down here and put canvas in there. Now the cloud is different because we know that the cloud is at 270. Let's see how big the cloud was. Cloud width is 80 pixels, so we have to subtract like 81. Now the reason why I'm doing it from the subtracting the width of it is because remember when it appears, this is where it is counting it. So say if I make it appear exactly at the edge width, it's going to appear off the screen, which then enacts the edge is reached. So it's just going to keep on looping, 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 and will never actually slide across because it's reaching an edge. Even though it's not reaching this edge in particular, it's still reaching an edge. So that's why we're subtracting, because we want it to be offset by the width of the image, so it doesn't keep on looping back and forth. So I'm going to go back in there and we're going to change that to subtract 81. Go ahead, we can go ahead and delete that one. We can go ahead and duplicate, slide that right in there, and we're going to have that subtract 81 from the width. Let me make sure I got everything. I got my cloud, I got my branch 2, my branch 3, and my branch 1. And those are the only ones really repeating here. So we don't have to worry about anything else to my knowledge. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this started and show you. Alright, we're back, and I'm going to go ahead and go back into my app here. And there we are. I know it's a little bit laggy, and that's the reason why I'm really sucking at this right now, but it does work. As you can see, I even have more of the image on my screen because it actually fits it. Originally I did have the clouds over there on the side, but since it extended off of the actual phone, that's the reason why you actually didn't see it, but it does work quite well. And I am quite terrible at this. And you can see I do have an issue with the branches here. I might have to fix that and change the actual heights of the tree so that it doesn't do that on an average basis, but case point is that it does work. So now that you got that all working, you're all set, but I'm going to go back and I am going to change the height of those branches. So instead of 50 to 200, we're just going to change that to 150. 150. And that should allow enough distance in between the branches, and that won't occur on an average basis. So that fixes that. But besides that, it looks like we're looking pretty good here. If you want anything else, somebody else did mention about grass movement on the actual bottom of the screen, so it didn't look like the branches were just sliding across there. That's just aesthetic, but if you are looking for something like that, I'll show you and come back here. Instead of using this cloud, I'm just going to use that as a notation. You would use your GIF background here, and you place the another picture of just the grass as a GIF on the bottom. Set the image on the ground and run the same exact thing as the cloud. So that way it moves behind it and it gives the effect of the grass moving, because you'll have two layers, one that's staying still and one that's moving, acting like wind and like the grass is moving below the bird. And then when it reaches the end again, it would repeat the process and give it the same mathematical equation of that of moving it on the bottom. So 80 pixels, you would subtract 81 from it. The equation right here. Same thing as a branch, same thing as a cloud. You're just placing an image of grass on the bottom, not of a cloud. Is there anything else? Please let me know. I do like doing updates and I do like helping you guys out. So leave comments, subscribe, and like me. It really helps me, guys. I appreciate it.